Well, first of all, tell me when and how FireForce was formed, and the link between your old band, Double Diamond.
I left the band Double Diamond in 2008, and after that, I formed FireForce immediately with our old singer at that time. In fact, it was the idea of FireForce was already in my head before I left Double Diamond. It was I invented the name. Invent is a big word. After seeing a show with Firewind, and we went to a dinner, and we had dinner with the guys. Firewind, by the way. Wow, I'm talking a lot of shit. What was this? So no. So in 2008, in the beginning, I went to a show of Firewind, and afterwards we had dinner with the guys in a Thai restaurant, and we were talking about their tour with Firewind and Dragon Force, and we were joking around with names. And on one moment, I said the name Fire Force, and Apollo of Firewind said, "Hey, that's a real cool name." And on that moment, I knew my next band will be named Fire Force. So I had already the idea of forming a new band because the things were going very bad with Double Diamond. And later that year, when I left, it was August 2008, and in September we had the new band formed with a stable lineup at that moment on November the 11th in 2008. So that's in a nutshell.
Yeah, but it's more informative as enough. So we know. Yeah, my English is also a little bit. We are Dutch speaking actually, but we do this for the viewers, you know.
For the fun.
For the fun, yeah. Okay. What it's strange actually to talk to a guy who speaks the same language you speak in another language. It's stupid actually, yeah.
Indeed. It's very strange and very hard because you have to think in English, and we all think in Dutch, and then we have to translate it and try to find the right words.
And it's even more difficult to speak with a Dutch-speaking guy in English because you understand me as well if I speak Dutch.
Indeed.
Okay. Anyway, about FireForce, what are your main influences musically and lyrically?
Lyrically, it's very easy. I'm into a lot of history, in most all history through all the ages, because I always interested in the trying to learn why humanity is so stupid as it is.
Yes.
So the whole history of the humankind is already full of wars and battles and other stuff, and they never can. Shall I say it? They never can live with each other in a normal way. They always have to fight. So I think that the most important thing that there is in the humankind, and that's wars, and that's why I interested in the history of the wars, and I try to tell something about that in my lyrics. It's not always easy to try to get people interested into the history, because most of the people, to be honest, we like the music because it's heavy and we can go with the flow. And I also know that a lot of people don't listen to the lyrics, but still I want to have my lyrics all to the point and real. No, not real. That they are right, that that's nothing wrong told in the lyrics, because when I have a subject I want to write about, I always look it up in books and on the internet and like that, to know the complete history and the right things about it. And afterwards, then I write the lyrics for the songs. What the music is concerned, now I think through the years, my style is always the same as was before. I always wanted to write stuff that was with a double, and I like it a lot. And when you see it's in the power metal style, it's in a thrash metal style, It's like stuff like Metal Church, Exodus, the new wave of British heavy metal for the melody stuff and like that. That's a bit my influences.
Cool. What you're saying about you're saying something right about that that you have to, if you say something you have to know what you're saying, and about this, that's like people who put a tattoo of their favorite band but wrong written, stuff like that.
Metallica.
Yeah, well, for example. Okay. Now, well, I see some lineup changes, so please present us the current lineup of the band.
Yeah, the current lineup is Serge Bastans, who's the bass player, who was already with us in the Annihilate the Evil album. And I know Serge already from my very, very first band when I started to play the guitar. So Thunderbolt, that's in 1984.
Okay, that's a long time ago, yeah.
A long time ago. So I know him already a long time. He's a very nice guy.
Okay.
And a good bass player. So then we have Christophe de Combe, which is the drummer. He was already with us with the Deadbringer album. Then he left us for a while, but he came back, and he's a kick-ass drummer. He's really one of the best drummers I know around, so I like him a lot. And the new guy is a Froggy. So he's a Frenchman.
Yeah, I saw it already. Search for it.
It's Matt Hasselbergs.
Yeah.
He's a guitar player for Nightmare. And
a French band, the 80s band.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. And but when you have to be honest, when you listen to the Nightmare from now, it's not at all something like the 80s band. So with a female vocalist and a lot more straight, good power stuff. So Matt plays the guitar in Nightmare, and in the beginning he was a replacement for Rookie when Rookie was not able to come because he has to work and something like that. And afterwards, when Rookie had to leave because he changed jobs and he was not able anymore to come over, then Matt entered the band as a guitar player, but we still hadn't the vocalist in that moment because Søren had to leave the band also because he also changed jobs. He had to work a lot in the weekends, and he wanted to. He didn't want to come over anymore every time to do his little show with us there and there. So I understand that. So we needed a new singer, and in the process of writing the new album, we tried a demo track with Matt's vocals on it because he also sings, and
good.
We really had something like, whoa, this sounds, it's completely different like before, but this is cool. So that's why we went on with it, and it worked very well, I think.
Is he coming every time from France to Antwerp to practice?
Yes.
Oh, where is he living in France?
In the neighborhood of Mâcon.
Where is that? Somewhere?
Almost near Lyon.
Oh, and every time he comes to Belgium?
Yep.
Whoa, yep. That's a good motivation.
It's a good motivation. He's a very motivated guy. To be honest.
Saw his band. His father played in a band in the 80s.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I already looked up for it.
Yeah, you did your job very good.
Okay. Well, cool. I like his voice. I like the new album. I wrote a review of it, so I show you later.
Super.
So cool. Okay.
To be honest, he's a very good guitar player. He's a very good singer, and he's a very good character. So that's very important for the band.
It's the same like the son of Ventor from Creator, Jerome.
Yeah.
He's better drummer. Sorry, Jule. He's better than you. He's better than his father, and he's a great guitar player, and he's a great person as well. I love Jerome. He is. Some people have it, like Steve Harris. He played for West Ham United, and he played in Iron Maiden. Yeah. Well, some people have everything, and others have nothing.
Yeah, indeed. You have to be a bit lucky. You have to have a little bit of talent, and you have to be very stubborn to keep on going with what you are doing. So.
But if you are such a great musician like this guy, this new guy from you, it's not strange that when he plays great guitar, that he can also do other things musical wise, because he probably has a great musical ear and feeling for music.
Yeah, indeed. He's like I always like to say, he's how do you say it? An old mindset in a young body.
Well,
He
how
was
old is he?
29, I think. Yeah,
Okay, that could be your
29.
son.
Almost. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's
Mine, no, mine
by
not.
the way, he always calls me daddy. Also, so
Really? That's nice. Okay, cool, man. Okay. Well, we have a hard now. Well, we go back to another question. Tell me about the new album and who did the recordings. I saw something in Sweden or something.
that's the final mixing
Yeah,
done
I
by
looked everything.
Henrik Ut in Sweden, indeed.
Yeah, I saw it. And tell me who did the recordings and who made the great artwork again, because the artwork is very nice.
Yeah, let's talk about the artwork first. So it's
Cool.
done by Eric Philippe. I think you know Eric Philippe because he's already in the scene from the 80s. He was
Yeah.
one of the main creators, designers for Mausoleum Records.
Great
And
label.
he also made the first Double Diamond album. The In Danger album was designed by him. The Conquer with Steel EP was designed by him. The Moonlight Lady EP, which we used to do label shopping. A lot of people ask, can we buy the Moonlight Lady EP? No, you can't. It was never released. So it's impossible to get your hands on it. We only have a few, how do you say it, WAV files from it, and that's it. We only use it to label shopping in the beginning. And he also made the cover for March On, the first full CD of FireForce. Then for the Iron Brigade, the vinyl EP of FireForce, and now for the Rage of War album.
Cool.
To talk about the artwork itself, it's about the Battle of Cameroon in 1863. It's based on the song March or Die, which is about the Foreign Legion fighting in Mexico. It was a group of 65 legionnaires fighting 3,000 Mexicans. So it was the odds were not.
Mm-hmm.
So they lost, and only 2 survived. And they were allowed to go from the Mexicans, and they took their captain with them. And their captain was Captain d'Anjou, and he had a wooden hand. His hand was already lost in another battle. So, and that's what you see on the cover. You see the guy standing behind the Gatling machine gun, and he has a wooden hand with spikes on it. So that's in fact the figure that depicts Captain d'Anjou fighting the Mexicans. And the other stuff why we used it is because Matt is a French guy, and he's the front man of the band now. So you can say he's the officer, and the other 3 guys, we are the Legion.
Okay.
It's not really like that, but that's why we used it to.
You think overthink everything like 3-4 times or more.
Yeah, that's why I say it. I really need to have it right. We have a little bit of fantasy in it, of course, but still, it has to have a meaning. It has to have a meaning, and that's why also the title of the album, Rage of War, has also a meaning. In fact, it's sometimes when you play in a band, you can be getting very mad because of stuff that happens in the band, with people in the band and like that, and then you have the rage in you, and you want to have it. I want to do something with this, and I want to have the rage out of me, and I want to wage the war to win this fight and to be the best band that there is. We're not still a long way to go to do that, but okay, whatever. But the music then. So the music was recorded, the instrumental parts were recorded in Belgium, in the studio, the Breeze Inc. studios. That's the studio of Bob Breeze, our sound engineer, by the way.
Is he from Evil Invaders also, eh?
He did some stuff for Evil Invaders. It's also for Carnage and stuff like that.
Carnation.
Carnation, yeah, Carnage.
Great band also.
He would kill me if you see this.
the best death metal band in Belgium, and maybe even from. They are great.
Yeah, great. That's true. That's true. So, so we recorded the instrumental parts at Bob's. Then we needed to do the vocals, and he told me, "Yeah, guys, I'm good for. I like to do a lot of instrumental parts, but for vocal coaching, I'm not the best choice, I think." So that was not hard to go back to Germany to Leah and to Christian in the Prophecy Studios, of course. So there we recorded the vocals in March of last year. We were just in time back in our countries because the lockdown kicked in the same day that we left Germany.
Really?
So, yeah, Matt had the last plane out of Germany to France, and I came just into the borders of Belgium, and I said, "Yeah, saved by the bell." But I didn't see any control or something like that, so we had a leak border. So and afterwards we had the lockdown stopped, and in that part we recorded the video clips for the new album. We recorded 3 other songs, which one was the Tale of the Desert King, which is the bonus track on the vinyl EP by LP, by the way. And afterwards, the second lockdown kicked in again, so we were just in time to do everything to get the album ready to be released in January. And the biggest problem we had now was that we couldn't do a release show, of course.
Yeah, that's a little bit about the new question, but and about this lyrically, also coming back, you are writing the lyrics, I think.
Yes, I do.
Yes, that's so we know that too now. Erwin writes the lyrics. Okay, yeah, this whole process, and then there's Sweden. That was the.
Yeah, that was later on. So when all the recordings were done,
Yeah.
Leah, so our producer said, "Yeah, let's try Henrik because he's very good in doing stuff like Hammerfall and Powerwolf and At the Gates and stuff like that."
Nice, big names.
Yeah, indeed. So that's why we went to Henrik, and he did that, and he did a very good job.
It's a great album.
Thank
I
you.
really like it. So but you have to read the review before sorry. Oh wait, sorry. Something. Do you still see me?
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
The video. I have some things who count off. Like the screen if it's on for a long time. It was okay. Yeah, not too long. Okay. Then you use this pandemic very good. Because that was my first question. Second question. What are you doing musically wise during this pandemic? Well, you were very active during this pandemic.
Yes,
with the band.
Indeed. Indeed. We did every time it was possible, we did something. So.
But then there's the next question: is it really? I think it's really hard to promote your album right now.
Yes.
Live concerts. I mean.
Live concerts. But yeah, you have to be active the whole time, to try to keep people interested, or not only to keep them interested, but make them interested in what you are doing. And that's always pretty hard, but now even harder. So yeah, I try to do as much as possible on the social media to get people attracted to the album, and that they will buy it. Now I have to be honest, the sales are going very good. So we have a lot of the stuff ourselves, and already half of the vinyl albums we had, they are already sold out. So I'm pretty excited for that. So people, and by buying the vinyl LP of Rage of War, they're also getting interested in the vinyl EP of the Iron Brigade or in the former CDs, and that's I like it a lot. I think it's great because I also think people have more time now because they are a lot of people are not working the whole time but are sitting at home and they are looking on the net, and then they see, hey, what's that? Rage of War. Oh, you can buy that. Yeah.
People spend more money in this. I think also I have a mail order and label, and I sell more than more online and more to people who pass by than in normal times because people need to spend their money in the bar and to beer and to concerts, and now they have money left.
But you have also the other side, Marco. I have some people who made me a mail, and he said, "Oh, Erwin, I really want your CD, but please be patient until I have money again." So that's the other side of the story. You have people who have more money because they don't spend it in the bar, but you also have people who have less money because they cannot work. And I think we have to see really the both sides of that story, because it's very important. And then when people tell me that like that, I really go like, these are true fans. Those are people who are, they really want to have that album. They want to support us, even if they have to wait and to give something up for themselves. So I think they are great, really great people who do that. So,
That's awesome.
so when you listen to these guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Great. And you also thought about some streamings or something, live streamings and so to do that?
Let's say we have something in the pipeline and we're working on it. So yes, we will try to do that. But it's very hard to get something done now, because you cannot cross the borders freely.
No.
You have to,
as Belgium,
fill
it's
out,
very hard, huh?
Yeah, you have to fill out miles of paperwork and every reason and whatever, testing everywhere, putting something in your nose, something in your yeah. So yeah, it's very hard to get something done, but we're getting there. No problem.
Cool. Okay. Well, we gonna play about the live shows. Normal one. Tell me about the greatest live shows you have played so far. I saw you recently in Oberhausen at the Martin show. You remember where we met, and it was a really great gig. You guys are, and I was thinking like, well, these guys are really growing fast, even on your age, on the time the age of your age and the time you are active. I see you still growing as a musician, and as a band. And that's a good thing, I think.
You have to move on, because when you don't move on, you're going backwards. That's easy like that. So now, the greatest shows I played, or the best remembrance I have from shows that I played, were at the Oberhausen gig. Was one of because it was the last one, so it was
it was the last one, just for the lockdown. Yeah. True.
Shows I really have in mind that I love a lot were the shows I played on PPM Fest in Mons. So in 2013, 2014, it was the biggest indoor metal festival in Europe at that moment, and we played it twice with FireForce. It was really great to play in a hall like that with our whole stage show. At that time, we could set up. The people there were already panicking because we were the second band that night. And we had our trenches and our dogs with spitting war smoke and fire, stuff like that. And they said, "Wow, well, you're all going to set this up. You never can break it, do it away again before the next band is coming up." But our crew was so good; they teared the whole thing down in 6 minutes. It was just, the people there were like, "Whoa, you really managed to do that." It was So that was nice. So that was a very nice festival to remember, and a lovely show. And the second that I really have in mind was the Antwerp Metal Fest show, because it's the first time we played on a big stage in our own hometown. So it was really like, whoa. And we were supporting Testament. So it was, for me, it was already all right. So I love it a lot.
Yeah.
And the other stuff I really remember are the gigs we did in in other countries. For example, we played in Athens, we played in Cyprus. It were very nice people over there. It were really, when you are playing there, you're really in a family of metalers there. It's not like, the guys there, the guys there. No, it's one big family who's going to a metal show. And I love it a lot. The atmosphere there is very, very good. But we played, I think, in our existence about 180 shows now. So it's pretty a lot. And I rather could say maybe there were 5 or 10 I didn't like that much. The others, I all love them. So.
cool. Because you also played at the Sword Brothers Festival in Germany, yeah?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
I
with
played that.
Christian was a promoter. Christian, I think, eh? Christian
Uh,
Ernsting or Volker at the time?
Volker
Ah,
was at
yeah,
that
Christian is
time.
doing it now. Yeah, it's great fest. In Luna, or was it in the other city? Still in the other city, in the youth center. I saw you there. It was with Vortex. It was in Vortex. I was there. It was with Vortex and Attacker, right? Oh, no, that was with Double Diamond. You played there.
Yeah.
I
We
was there
played
too.
once with Double Diamond, and we
Yeah, I
played
was
once
there
with FireForce.
with Attacker and Deadly Blessing and that day.
Torch. We had Torch
Ah,
also.
Torch was that too. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, next question. What are you doing in better times? Well, you did use your time very well, but what are you doing when everything is normal again? Do you have plans for that?
That's a hard question, because of course I have plans in my head, but the problem is I have no idea when I really can start doing something with it. And
Okay.
so we had already people who asked us, yeah, can you play shows? Yes, we can. Remembering Obama, yes, we can, but but you are planning a show in the beginning of the year. I'm pretty sure it will not happen. So I will not say, yes, we are going to do that, because we have to plan stuff, we have to arrange stuff. And when we all do that things, it will not happen, the show, then it's all for nothing. So
yeah,
it would be very stupid. So no, I really have things in mind, and I have already shows in the future that are booked now, but I will not say anything about it, because I'm not really convinced that there are going to be shows until now. So
you gotta make people happy with a dead mouse. So you'd say that?
yeah, something like that.
And
Yeah.
yourself too. Like we can tour with Testament again, and then the tour will be cancelled. You know. It's crying for everyone, you know. Okay, we're going back to your country, Belgium, nearly my country, because I'm living 5 kilometers away from it.
From the border.
From the border, yeah. Anyway, I'm always following the Belgium scene for a long time, because I'm closer to Belgium than to the most parts of Holland. So I want to ask you, what are your top 5 Belgium hard and heavy bands? Like, what are your favorite 5 Belgian bands? Eta?
Now I have to be careful.
Yeah.
I think the first place, it would be Hunter. You know
Hunter. Yeah, I had
You
that.
know Hunter?
Yeah,
It are very nice guys. I know them already for decades, and they are originally from Crusader, huh? The Belgian
Crusader
band
for
Crusader.
Antwerp, huh? Also Antwerp.
No, from the other side of the Schelde, so from the parking lot, like we say.
Okay.
I think Joost and David will kill me now for saying this, but okay, whatever. No, but so I know them already for years, and they are playing a real old school metal, and I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Another band I would like a lot would be Objector, for example, a very good thrash metal band.
Young band, huh?
Yeah. I think they are younger than we are, at
Much
least.
younger.
So.
A retro band, huh?
Yeah, it's a very cool thrash band. I really like them. Then I would say, when you're more into doom stuff, I would say Cult of Scarecrow. I don't know if you know them.
No, not really.
It's a band. It's originally guys. The bass player came from Trial, an old 80s metal
Oh
band.
yeah, I know them.
And the guitar player is Jan. He's from Explorer.
The Living Dead from Belgium.
Yeah, something
It's
like
a bit
that.
like that, yeah.
So and they came together, and they are now in a band called Cult of Scarecrow, and it's a doomy band, and I really like them. I think they have a very good potential for what they are doing. So now I have to think more about. Do you know Illusion? It's a female fronted band.
Is it new?
It's well, yeah, pretty new. I would think so. Yeah. It's you should search them up. It's Illusion, and they have an album out since. I have to be careful now because I already think it's already 2 years because with all this lockdown stuff, time is running in a completely different time zone for me. So how do you call the album again? Sorry, Frederick, I can't remember anymore. Frederick, the drummer, is a colleague of mine from my job, by the way.
Okay.
And he's the former drummer of Axamenta also. So when you know them, he played with them a long time ago. And then the last band, because you asked only 5, I really would say it would be Killer, because that's
the 80s
really,
band.
Yeah, it's really old school, and that's the metal band from Belgium where it all started for me on that moment. So yeah, Killer is still one of my favorites. So they're already standing now for I think 42 years, I think 79
That
or
could
something
be. They're
like that.
very old, yeah.
Uh,
I know they exist since the 70s.
Yeah.
Late 70s, yeah.
So you have them. There are a lot of more bands, to be honest.
Cool. But it's cool that you mentioned some names you don't hear very often, but you got, because people would say Ostrogoth, Acid, Evil Invaders, Carnation. Those are the names we hear often, or Schizophrenia now. And you called some names who are not so familiar, and I think that's really cool because people will discover also something they didn't know before.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Oh, that's no problem, because I really think you should step away from the bands you love. For normal. Of course, I like Ostrogoth. One of my nicknames is Ostrogoth, just because I like them a lot, and that's why I didn't mention them now, because people know I love them a lot. It would be too easy to say, yeah, I like Ostrogoth, I like Acid. Yeah, I know. I really want to have. There are more bands in Belgium than only those bands, even if they are established and very good bands. Still, there are other bands who are worth mentioning. So
cool. But you're doing very fine too. I saw you're in Rock Hard magazine now. Well, chapeau, because the German press is overall focused on their own market, and that you are in with a Belgian band. I think whoa.
Yeah.
And on the front page, with the name on the front page, I was like, well, well done.
Next to Eddie.
No, it's really good. You were very proud also about it.
Really. Can you see that?
It's really cool, Erwin.
No way. We are in a lot of German magazines. For example.
Also in that from Goods.
Yeah.
You're also there. Well, cool. Now,
I have a lot of more lying around here. So. But the most thing I was surprised for was that I had an interview with Aardschok magazine. Even.
No way.
Yes, as a Belgian band with Aardschok. I was almost falling from my chair when I got that message.
Who did it with you?
Gerrit Meskes.
Oh, a nice guy. He's a very nice guy. Yeah, he's a very nice guy
to talk to. It was he only messed up with a few names in the beginning of the first paragraph of the interview, but okay, forget it. But I was really surprised, because in all the years that Double Diamond existed, that FireForce already existed until now, nobody from Aardschok was ever interested in to say up something about FireForce or Double Diamond. Maybe in a small review of an album we had, and it was most of the time stuff like, yeah, very nice done, very well produced, but we are not waiting for this 60 on 100 flop. Come on, guys.
It's done over and over again. Or you were in the 90s, you had this traveling in the country of Fries and Trappists. That was a chapter of the Belgian metal in Aardschok magazine. And then you were also mentioned also with Double Diamond. But I know you have a really nice magazine in Belgium, Rock Tribune, who always supports the local scene as high. I really appreciate Rock Tribune. It's a top magazine.
It's really a very good magazine, yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
I used to work for it also in the beginning in 2003, 2004 or 2002. Yeah, something like that in the dark ages. So
Okay.
I wrote a few reviews and stuff like that. But I also felt that I was not the right person to do reviews for certain albums, because if they wanted to let me do a review of a black metal album, for example, I was not able to be um, objective. I really had something like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can appreciate some black metal and stuff like that, but not everything. And when I had to do, I could not listen to it with an open mind. So I said to the guys, I'm got this crap. I cannot do this anymore.
Right.
So, but I love to do it because I got a lot of free stuff like
Yeah, that's
at that
nice.
time.
That times, yeah.
Uh,
Mike promised me a CD of you, so that was really nice. Thank you, Mike. Mike, Mike de Koene from Hard Life Promotion. Thank you, my friend.
Mike is doing a great job, so
Okay,
I like him a lot.
I like him also very much.
Maybe I don't tell him that enough, but he really is doing a great job. Mike,
We
you're
love
doing a
you,
great
Mike.
job.
Love you, we
Yeah,
love you.
we love you.
Even if I write so many messages with double questions, I love you. Sorry for being a pain in the ass sometime. Thank you.
That's how we know you, Marco.
I'm very, you know what it is? I'm a very, I never think, I always do. And then
Yeah.
afterwards I think, oh shit, Marco, what have I done? But I am always there to say my apologize, because sometimes I give my, I think too far. Tell too fast what I think at that moment, and sometimes I'm totally wrong. Sorry for everyone I pissed off, but I love you all, and I'm peaceful, peace on earth. Anyway, back to the last question about your local Belgium scene. I know you had some years, you had great festivals like Ages of Metal and
I love that one. I really love that
yeah,
one.
yeah, with
I
Bart Kalis, who
yeah,
did that. Yeah,
I
yeah,
attended them all. I think they were really great lineups. It was
he did,
always nice to go to there. It was. Oh.
and he had
My,
also.
also with PPM Festival, I went to every PPM Festival because it was always very good done.
And you have also the Blast from the Past festival, where you had it's also a great festival.
Also, one of the biggest and one of the greatest festivals I attended, because they always have also very good lineups. But
Yeah,
it's a little bit farther away from me, so it's
yeah,
harder
for
to
me
get
too.
always
Yeah.
there.
And there was also a beginning in the 80s with Belgium brought Slayer for the first time to Europe with the what's the festival
Every sound
Heavy
festival.
Sound Festival,
Uh,
which had some new reunions a few years ago. But how is it right now about the Belgian true metal scene? Is there a lot of new bands coming? It seems a little bit going down. In my opinion. Okay, it's not like 5-10 years ago, I think.
I think it's like you said. It's I think it's going down again. The stuff people are trying to do, like from example Blast from the Past,
Yeah,
they are still working at the shows, and they are doing very good job like that.
yeah.
But when you talk about the Belgian scene, really in true metal, I think there is not a lot to see now.
I know Alcatraz was working on an amazing lineup last year,
Yeah,
and which was cancelled with Acid and a lot of Belgian bands.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I liked Alcatraz a lot when I visited. They only did one day. It
yeah,
was a very intensive day, but it was from the beginning till the end only good bands.
yeah.
I love to go to Alcatraz when it was only one day, but now it's too many days for me to be there. Not all the days are interesting for me. There are a lot of bands I like a lot, but still there are also a lot of bands I'm not interested. So I really have to take a choice which day will I go. And when I have when I have a day,
We have almost finished it, so
when I have a day, I can go to it. Sleepy, shut the fuck up.
Okay. That's also the boss of Sleepy. Okay. Yeah. Well,
So, but on the other hand, the Alcatraz Festival, I think it's a lot more interesting than Graspop these days. Just for lineup, I mean. So for me, I'm speaking.
but Belgium as a small country with with about 12 million people, I think something like this. You have a lot of cool bands and a lot of cool festivals and a lot of things people still need to discover because I think the Belgium scene is quite underrated by the masses. It's all Sweden, America, England, and Belgium, Holland. Holland is a little bit more familiar for most people, but I think a lot of Belgian bands get easily forgotten. You know, that overviewed. You know, I think
Yeah.
that.
Uh, Look, I play already about with FireForce and Double Diamond. You easily got 30 years together. I never played Graspop or even something in the neighborhood of that thing. So, and I'm not mad for that. But I only question myself, why not? When I see a lot of bands that play there and we can't be there,
Yeah,
what happened?
I can imagine because you think as a local band, why can we not open that festival once? You know.
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
Okay. Okay. Uh, Erwin, it was a pleasure to talk to you. I was a lot of fun and a lot of knowledge.
it was English with hair on, like we say.
People will understand it no matter.
I
Oh,
hope so. I don't
hey,
care either. So.
do you have some last words to tell the fans and the people who see this?
The only thing I wanted to say, and that's because I really believe that from my heart, is when you believe in something and when you have a dream, live that dream. Try to make that dream happen. And don't let other people tell you to stop with that dream or say, yeah, you are trying that long. Stop it, man. Stop it. No, don't let them say that. Just keep on living that and try to get there. You will see when the guy who keeps on doing it, eventually you will arrive somewhere where the other people would never thought you would get there. So I
Yeah,
hope
but
I got that.
you're on that way with Art Shock now after 30 years
Yeah.
and with Rock Hard and Death Forever and touring around on this. 50 years ago, 20 years ago, Double Diamond played bebop and Kill Little Devil, and now you're playing. So you are on the right way, and I
Uh,
think yeah,
but when I started, very in the beginning, when I started to play the guitar,
yeah,
my two biggest dreams were to play Hammersmith, which is already teared down now, so it's not possible anymore, and Budokan in Japan. So my two goals in life. I did not make it until now. So okay.
well, you're doing a great job, and your music,
Yeah,
and you're still and you're still active in the scene, which have a was what is appreciated a lot that people keep going and keep the spirit alive and keep
Marco,
believing what they are doing.
that's because that's my life. And when they take this away from me, I
Yeah,
think my life would be over. Because people have to live for something. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't live only to go to my job, earn money, buy food, eat, sit for the tele, look at cycling, football, and stuff like that. Hell no. when I when I'm dying or when I'm dead, I want that people have something to remember about me, not
Yeah.
from that lazy fat guy sitting around in a chair and watching the telly the whole time. No, they can say I'm a fat guy, okay, no problem with that, but they will remember me because I created something, and
Yeah.
that's what my main goal is, to create something, to create things that people love. Eventually, when people can use this music that I made to make their life better, to have to get them over big hordes in their lives. That's my main goal. I just want to. I want to be somebody.
Yeah. A wasp.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's on a small level, but still, I love it a lot. So
Yeah. No, well, thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. I hope to see you around in the next month. No, not in the next month. I'm afraid not. But
I don't
if
think
you
so.
have the streaming, just shout it out loud, and
We
I go
will.
try to watch it, and it's better than nothing.
We will.
And
we
the
will.
CD and the CD I will listen, and sometimes I don't like to put a CD all the time. Sometimes I put your music on YouTube, and on the big TV it's easier. But
Yeah,
this had not, we all do that. I think that.
that's true. Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you very much, Erwin, for
No
your
problem,
time.
Marco. Thank you for your interest, man.
Yeah, after the interview, I will give you the information where you can find it.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Yes, heavy metal forever.
Yes, indeed.